Tonight, we're going to be racing here around the Dover Motor Speedway for tonight's coverage of the Friday Night Lights series, the Roller Coaster 200, live here on Maconey Entertainment. Pleasure to have you all with us here tonight. We got Ron Mons up here in the booth alongside me. Myself is Kirk Mills, and I got Ron Mons up here in the booth. Howie Burrows will be our producer this afternoon. Well, here we go, boys and girls. Here we go. From Dover, reach down, pull them belts tight one more time. Starting on the pole. Of course, June Salim and that 79 is going to try and go from the front, stay up front all day and try to win the race. A lot of guys in the back have a lot of speed. They're going to try and win it from behind. Pace car on pit road. That 76 car comes out of turn number 4. You're going to see it enter that green restart zone. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Heading into turns 3 and 4 for the first time today, you can see that 79 pull away to a lead as Dyson falls into second, and you can see Lim leading lap number 1. Another move for Roman down to the bottom, this time into turn number 1. He's going to be side by side. He's going to try and put that right front fender right on the left rear quarter panel, trying to get some dirty air on that spoiler. Not going to work this time, has to fall back in and try again the next time by. Remember, folks, we're trying to get the lap 45. It's very important that we got to get a lap 45 for the stage. Once these guys get there, they'll be able to get a caution, be able to get some new tires on the car, make some adjustments to what they're running, and maybe we see some changes up towards the front. But right now, that 79 is running a very unique line, his own diamond line. Pretty happy about it, looks like. You can see that right now. He's able to hold off 3 of the fastest guys in this series, and he hasn't run in this series very often for June Salim. So just keep that up. It might work out for him in the long run.
Ooh, as he does overshoot the turn a bit. Yeah, there we go.
Right there to the inside. You can see Vroman down to the bottom. He's got the lead. He's got the advantage for the first time today. He has actually gotten by the nose of the 79 rather. And that time, door banging down the back straightaway. Not over yet. Battle for the lead still raging on here on lap number 30, going into 31.
They both overshot the bottom there a bit. You can see that 8 of Vroman start to slide up the track, but he leads that lap. Vroman finally able to punch out, clears him, and now look at Andrew Dyson looking to squabble with Junsa as well. Yeah, so not really seeing anybody pull off an odd, goofy strategy call, but I will say one point that was kind of lost in all that. Dave Hoytsma dropped out of the race in the opening stage, which will prevent us from any sort of confusion between he and Junsa Lim behind the wheel of what is marked on our graphics as a 67 car, what, according to the paint scheme, is the 79. And that's Hoytsma's number usually. Thankfully, we avoided that as we are now on the white flag.
Yep, final lap here in the stage. You can see up front Vroman. Let's see if we can get a camera there just to make sure you get that leader crossing the stripe. Always something important to see here at the oval racetracks like Dover. You see right here, when he crosses the stripe, he will be, yet again, another stage winner here at Dover. Getting the job done, making it look pretty good. Had to be patient behind June Salim until the door opened. And now you can see the final order across your screen as the caution comes out. Let's take a look and see of our stage 1 results. You can see that on your screen now. Monster Mile up front, you can see that 8 car of Roman in that pink machine, absolutely waiting for the right moment to strike. He got the job done in stage 1 and able to take the lead away. Now Dyson's going to start P2, and that 67 of June Salim is going to have a ways to go. Back underway, we're back under green. All right, big news, folks. Von Hinchel had to go into the pit lane and go back again. They had a penalty for too many pit stalls. So that means he has to go from the back to the front. And also Andrew Dyson. You can see that there, the side-by-side battles between that new car showing up, 67. Guess what? That's his actual paint scheme. It just did not come through on the trading paints until the right time. So we got it now, 67 there. Running P number 3, trying to catch up to the inside of the 41. Not quite able to make it happen that time as Roman scoots out to over a half a second lead to start things off here in stage 2.
Well, it wouldn't be an iRacing broadcast if it wasn't for Trading Paints having some sort of issue. And in fact, if you've had an issue with Trading Paints, why not write to us at the new email address? I use Trading Paints.
Oh, they're wrecking on the back straightaway. Yeah, look out, folks, right there. The 48 Tyler Hunter and the 21 of Eric Wineland made contact on the backstretch. They keep it green, keep it straight, but what a save from both cars. Let's take a look and see what happened.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't cut to shtick a few laps after a restart. Let's see it as they headed their way out of 3 and 4. I was already getting close, the 21 and the 48. It was fine as they headed their way down the start-finish straightaway, but it was coming out of 2 where things started to go awry. There you can see that 21 gets a little bit tight, I think, midway through the turn, and there's the contact. Bounce off the wall. The 42 piles in there as well. Bryce Reiner, he's been able to put together some good results so far here this season. I would say he's probably the best of the rest of the drivers here in this campaign, outside of your big 3 of Benefiel, Hicksonball, and Joseph McWhorter, your reigning champion. That 5 has been super duper quick. I also like that paint scheme there. The blue, the light blue, the dark blue, and
they're wrecking on the front straightaway. Tanner Marty's around, and Michael Mesnard in the 35 also around on the front straightaway. Caution's going to be coming out. Most likely. Let's take a look and see what happened to these two on the front straightaway. Huge accident here between those two. The 29 of Tanner Marty. Wesley Napier got in a wall. Oh, yeah. You can see it there, 29. Oh, huge hit from Michael Mesnard and Tanner Marty. Both cars having really rough seasons this year. But you'll see Wesley Napier in the 95 on the top. He's going to get really tight after passing the 48. And that car's pushing. He's not going to make the corner. He hits the outside wall, comes down into Tanner's right side door, and there's not much he can do about it. Both cars go for a spin. 35, wrong spot, wrong time. But the real mistake came out of Wesley Napier's 95 this week, unfortunately. Hit the outside wall, contact, and that is what brings out our first caution for incident today here in the middle of stage 2. Just make sure no mistakes. A little bit older tires on this restart. Hang on to that. Roman goes through that green restart zone, hits the jump, and he is back underway.
Looking right behind, it's still formation flying. Lots of racers run side by side. That was Dyson and Hicksonball squabbling up, still side by side behind Benefiel, looking to jump his way up into the top 4. Adam Benefiel, after starting down in 20th, that was so uncharacteristic from him. At first, I didn't even think that he was in the race, but it's been a night of struggles so far here, but he's been able to make his way up through in this race. Look where he's running right now, feeling no pressure from behind, as right now the only drivers behind him of Bryce Reiner and Jacob Simpson, they're caught up in each other's mess instead of trying to get involved with Benefiel.
You can see right here, side-by-side battle. This is for the 5th place spot. Junsa Lim and the 5-car Bryce Reiner. He's on that quarter panel. Got to be careful there, bud. You don't got much room for error right there.
As I thought they're nearly going to end in disaster through 3 and 4. Got so close to making contact. We've had a pretty good streak so far here in this race, Kirk. I don't want to jinx it, but these drivers have been very, very civil. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's inside of the 22 of Jacob Simpson. Oh, I'm not sure if iRacing will. I'm not even sure if YouTube will allow that. That may have been a TOS violation.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. He just had a.
It's medical. It's medical.
Oh, I don't know about that. All right. Oh my goodness gracious.
Chairs every single time they go around this racetrack. So that 2 there in the midst of it, trying to make up some ground after that EOL bit earlier on, a side-by-side for 3rd. This is Bryson Hicksonball and Adam Benefiel, your 2 top runners from the 2025 season here in Friday Night Lights. Once again, your championship contenders early on here in 26. Here they go side-by-side through turn number 4. Looks like Hicksonball will have the upper hand for now.
This is a very important battle, an extra bonus point. These are the top 2 in the point standings right now, actually, up here. You can see that Benefiel and Hicksonball still going to make another move into turn 3 and 4. Benefiel's got the points lead. He'd like to make it a little bit bigger. He's just got to be able to get by that 63. Here we go. 3-car battle for this third place spot. Pretty big deal as we're coming. Oh, contact. There goes the 83 saving the race car. Holy cow. What a save.
I can tell that was a close quarters moment because it sounded like I sat on a cold toilet seat. Let's take a look at this replay here as the field headed their way off through 3 and 4. There it was. It was 2 touches there. First from the 5, just pushing him a bit into the 63, and then that contact with the 63 nearly sent him around. That was a 1-2 punch. It's a split second apart. That 1-2 punch nearly just ended his night in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, speaking of ending the night, we got to be careful right here because side by side between Bryce Reiner and Hicksonball, this is 4th position. Remember, top 2 guys are pretty dang comfortable in their position. Dyson and Vroman don't need to worry about it, but this is the battle for 3rd place. Reiner might be able to get the job done that time as we got 2 laps to go in the stage. Battle is on for 3rd. Inside, Bryce Reiner in the 5. Outside, Bryson Hicksonball in the 63. And it looks like Reiner is going to be able to make that pass work this time by, as now they coming up on some lap traffic of Tanner Marty in the 29, who was involved in that incident right at the start of the stage. As we got 1 more lap to go in the stage, you can see the 3rd place spot is now pretty much set in stone. But going up to Vroman and Dyson, these 2 have just dominated the entire run, the entire stage. And this time, Vroman heading down and back into turns 3 and 4 for the final time for stage number 2. They got a little bit of contact back there in the back of the field. Is that Kluwak making some moves? Holy cow, all over the place for the top 10 spot. Vroman wins it, but 3 wide off the corner. Who's it going to be? It looks like at the line, It will be Junsa Lim. No, Wineland. It may be one or the other getting that final spot. We'll take a look at the results. It was Junsa Lim barely hanging on to the 10th place spot. These are your results for stage number 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, again to the Roller Coaster 200 here live for the Friday Night Lights series on Marconi Entertainment. About to get started with the final stage of the evening. Guess what? Vroman in that pink car won the first one. He won the second one, and now he's trying to do a 3-peat and win the whole dang thing. Got a chance to do it. He has a great shot to do it, as it looks like we're about to get this restart underway. Pace car dives into the pit road. And again, my name is Kirk Mills alongside Ron Mounts. And of course, we have Howie Burrows in the booth, ready to bring the action for the final stage here back underway. Oh, hard contact in the back of the field. You see the 2-car Von Henschel hit the outside wall, and the 10-car Boston Wheeler hit the outside wall. They keep it straight, and we're back underway, still going, finishing out lap 1. 105 laps to go left in this stage.
You know, there's been less visitors to the outside safer barrier here in this race than there have been visitors to Dover, Delaware itself. Although I say that, bit of wall contact there farther behind, heading out of turn number 2.
The longer this race goes, the worse the tires are going to wear. And if we stay green, folks are going to need to come down pit road. That was the question. I need to find out when we're going to come down pit road. I'm thinking we could make it 45 laps under a green flag running condition. Now, a lot of folks tend to like to split things right down the middle. 50 laps to go probably comes to mind. If you do that math right, if you got enough gas in the tank to make it 45, you probably have enough to make it a lap 50. So with that in mind, I think that the time that you're going to start seeing these guys come down is going to be here at about 45 laps, here around lap 50 to go, maybe down to 45 to go in that range. Some folks might hold over a little longer, but I think that's what we're going to see if we stay green. Like you said, there's chances chaos can happen, but I don't see that happening right now. I'm seeing a lot of cars staying clumped together. Look out. Oh, look out. There they go. The 10 cars are around. Of course he is. There we go. 48 also hitting the inside wall. Caution's going to come out.
Yeah, we're going to take a look to see what happened. It was Hunter Troll that found himself in that wall there. Actually, 56 there. That's no Woods.
No Woods.
Yeah, pardon me. So that's no Woods there in the 56 car that bounced up into the wall. My apologies there. But the 10 just kind of caught up in the crossfire. It is Dover, so that's not too uncommon of an occurrence to get caught up in the crossfire. There's a 48 there. Nothing really he can do there. Makes wall contact there at the inside. Slides to a halt. This track is a self-cleaning one, and you saw that go on full display right there.
Yeah, that slight contact's all it takes. And it wasn't the 48's fault. He got rear-ended there from Amaro, and that just sent him right down to the inside wall. I don't think Amaro saw the wreck happening in time. So that was, again, another caution. So we got some folks pulling some strategy. You got Benefield and Hicksonball coming down pit road. Different than everybody else. No Woods coming down from his damage, and most others will do the same. This is probably a very smart move because we've seen it already. If you got the lead, it is so hard to get it back. For the first stage, it was very difficult for anyone to get around the Jun Salim vehicle. And once they finally did, nobody could pass Roman. Roman was impossible to pass. Nobody could even catch up to him. So I think this method of coming down pit road, topping off on gas, is probably going to be a benefit to these guys. Happy to have you with us again, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in on Marconi Entertainment. About to get this thing back underway. 91 laps to go here in the Roller Coaster 200. We are back underway. Side by side for the lead for the first time. Dyson actually carried the momentum on the top. He's going to have a shot. Through turns 3 and 4, Dyson's trying everything.
Yeah, throwing anything at the wall and seeing what sticks right now. He's throwing ham sandwiches at it. If that sticks, you probably shouldn't eat it. Roman jumping up into that race lead there. This has been a fantastic battle for the top spot all throughout as Dyson now cutting down to the inside.
Under-over move for Dyson. He's going to try the inside line. It's going to work out for him. He's going to have the momentum on the exit of turn number 4. And guess what, folks? New leader. But guess what? Another under-over move. Here comes Roman back down to the bottom. Still side by side for this lead. They just won't want to quit. Nobody's scooting out to a big lead this time. Staying side by side this time. Dyson's got to run on the outside. He might have a shot here into turn 3. He does. He's going to pull down in front. Dyson, new leader here from Dover in that 41 machine.
Oh yeah, not at all. What you've got to do at this point of this final stage, if this does run, and a big emphasis on if this does run green through to the fall of the checkered flag, you can't bleed off time. You've just got to keep your competitors within an arm's reach, even within sight, and you'll be golden. As right now, Roman trying to dive back down the inside, off through 3 and 4. Got some lap traffic farther up the road. That'll complicate things in a few laps, and that's the reason why Roman is trying to get this move done.
That's going to open the door again, side by side for the lead and for third place behind this. I can tell you right now that 41's trying everything he can to hang on to it. He hit the wall a little bit that time, trying to get every inch he can get. Asked for a little too much that time. Looks like now out of turn number 4, Roman's got to carry the speed. Not really, he had to lift. And that's going to keep 41 up towards the front, and Reiner running P3. Whoa, hang on to it. Reiner got a little bit of a bump from the 22. This battle for third's really heating up. These guys are right on the door. The 22 gave him a shot in the left rear quarter panel a little bit ago. Luckily saved the car. But it's really tight racing right here for the third place on back as the battle for the lead heats up again. You can see Roman moving up to the inside again. It's just chaos up here at the front of the field.
Yeah, I gotta feel bad for Howie and the production truck having to bounce around from one camera angle to another like a Mexican jumping bean. We got a battle for the race lead, battle for third, battles all throughout the field, and that battle for third nearly got ugly there between Reiner and Simpson. You hit the nail right on the head there, Kirk. Seeing those drivers start to battle, it was getting very, very physical. One small little mistake, and that was going to blow up there. So they have now single filed out, but they have that lap traffic that they have to worry about right up in front. I believe that is the 10 of Matthew Boston Wheeler that they're going to have to deal with. The 41 on the high side. The 8 going to try and make something work here. This guy got real fascinating.
Yep, dirty air's not going to help the 41 at all anymore. 10 car gets up out of the way. Oh, there you go. He had a little bit of a moment there. Roman tried to get to the bottom. He got cut off there. Not able to do it. And now third place is closed in on this battle because both of them had to check up to avoid the lap car. Oh my gosh, 5 just hit the wall a little bit there. It's not going to help his run at all, but you can see there, this top group right now is just starting to get real clumped up together. 5 cars all underneath the blanket right there. 5 car got to the outside for second place. He's going to be able to try and make that pass for second. Bryce Reiner on the top side, trying to chase down a teammate there in Dyson. He's going to carry the momentum, and he's going to make that pass work on the outside of Roman. got the pass up to second now, trying to chase down a leader. You know who else has been recovering really well? Roman, that fourth place spot, has scooted back up to this little battle, this 4-car now. Battle. 5's closer than the 41 than ever. 77's trying to catch up to this as well. But I think that when the 77 got by the 5, who was saving a little bit, decided to turn on the jets, get by him again, and coast. I think that's what's happening. 5 might be waiting for the right time to go again. 41, though, all these guys, if they stay green, it's moot. You got to be able to stay. They're hoping for a caution or something to happen to be able to benefit them. The only drivers who are not on that strategy is anyone that came down under that last caution with 100 to go. Oh, there he goes. 5 showed a nose. He got down to the inside. They made a little contact with that 5-car. Bryce Reiner might have the lead here through turns 3 and 4. It looks like he does. New leader up front. Bryce Reiner finally got the job done. He will lead this lap with just 52 laps to go.
Bryce Reiner going to pull away and come down pit lane.
About time. It looks like that's going to be the mark. These guys got to come down. They absolutely have to. And the 2-car... Von Hinchel is going to be really the reference point here, depending on where Reiner comes out, of how far he has to catch to the 2-car. But they'll have 30 laps to try and make up 2 laps worth of track position. Trying to pull a Shane Van Gisbergen and make up so much ground in such little time, it's going to be hard, but I think it's what's going to make this race interesting if we stay green.
Holy cow, I just wanted to say this before he probably comes down pit lane with a blown tire. Wesley Napier is 90 laps into his stint. Are you kidding me? He's now come down pit lane. Yeah, the tires, they weren't even worn down to the canvas. They weren't even down to the brake rotors. He was down to the hubs around there. That was incredible. But we're still in the danger zone here. Reiner closing up that gap. Yeah, he's doing everything he needs to do. And even with the tire fall off, I think it will be enough because Benefield and Hicksonball, it's not a matter of them having the pace to contend for the race lead because I don't believe they do. It's the pit stop. It will have to come down pit lane either with a tire blowout or otherwise. It's either going to be they pick up a meatball flag for a blown tire, or they're just skating around this track so much that they're counter-steering more than they're actually turning left.
But you got to remember, the guys who blew tires were racing really, really hard at the beginning of the run. The difference between them and Bryson and Adam is Bryson and Adam knew that their plan was to save gas the entire time. They aren't using their tires as much. So because of that, they probably might not, there's a chance they will, but they might not blow a tire. It just depends. It's way too chaotic to predict right now, but you can see on your screen, the point is we have 15 laps to go, and they are gaining 1.4 seconds a lap. That is going to be the point that has to stay the same. They cannot lose any more time. It's going to be so close at the front. It looks like, make sure I got this right, but it looks like Reiner is going to catch a couple cars on a different strategy right now, right here. You can see it on your screen. Reiner's got to catch these 3 very shortly. He's got to catch Wineland first, is the next guy on his list. He's about 2 seconds back. But once that happens, he will be 12 seconds back. Man, it's going to be so close. I can't tell you one way or the other. It might work, it might not. Hi, everyone. So sorry to interrupt your end of the race thing, but I cannot endure the embarrassment if I were to post this as a video with the actual transcript of what I said. I was under the impression at the time, live, that if you blow a tire, you're given a 30-second penalty immediately. And I thought at that point that the race would be over. Adam Benefield is going to blow a tire with 6 laps to go, stunning the entire field. Like, he was feet away from the start-finish line, and he blew a tire with 6 to go, so he had to come down pit road. And in my mind, because he blew a tire, it reassured me. It's like, yeah, okay, he gets a penalty because he blew a tire. He's going to need to come down pit road to get it fixed. It's required. Turns out I learned a very hard lesson today that you can blow a tire with 5 laps to go or less and not get a penalty. You'd only get the meatball. And the meatball is not a penalty. It's just saying you need to come down to get repairs done. It's required in 5 laps or less. So it's a system-changing thing. And right here, I could tell you the 83 blew his tire. 83 blew his tire. He is out of the race. He's up and out of the way. He's going way up out of the groove, and now he is out. But Hicksonball, again, Hicksonball pulls the strategy of the century here, and he's able to win this race by an absolute miracle of where he blows his tire with 5 laps to go, exactly 5 or 4 laps to go in that range. He's able to get to the finish without having to come down pit road. In the moment, again, I'm so embarrassed by the end of this race, the way I called it. So I'm just doing this voiceover. If you want to hear it, go watch the live one over on Macconi Entertainment. You're free to do so. Biggest error of my career, and I just do not want to put that in the highlights section. Feel free to watch. I got it wrong. I know, but I'll tell you here. Hicksonball, he blew his tire with 5 or 4 laps to go in that range, so he's good to go. Reiner is 2.4 seconds back, and he's not fast enough to catch Hicksonball. So coming out of the final corner, Hicksonball takes the checkered flag, and he is going to win the race. Reiner comes across the line in second, and that is where I will continue the audio. Again, understand, pure embarrassment on my part. I feel horrible. 2-car got loose there after contact with Cliff Mullins, but man, out of all the things I learned in my life, this is one of those learning things. I did not know this could happen. Hicksonball was as surprised as the rest of us, but he knew that this could happen. He knew that he could do it. No way. Wait, hold on. This is going to get too chaotic. Coming across the line, Hicksonball is going to cross the line first. We're going to have to check after the race to see where everybody is, but the 5-car takes second across the line. We'll see what happens when it updates.
We're going to try and unpack this.
Yeah.
Bryson Hicksonball was able to stay out as we got towards the end because iRacing does have that grace period. I don't even think these drivers know what the deal is there because Bryce Reiner coming around to give some congratulations there to Hicksonball. If it goes based off of that, he may have it. Now, I do remember some drivers actually getting disqualified for not serving a meatball flag, but that was after the grace period was done. I believe the grace period may be a little bit longer for meatball flags than it is for penalties. Obviously, a rules violation would be a bit more heavily clamped on than just damaging your car. But either way, based off how it comes around, Bryson Hicksonball is your winner. And we saw there from Benefield, I mean, he got that blown tire a lap beforehand, and he had to come down pit lane. He had to come down pit lane because he knew that he couldn't make it. That was very smart, very clever from Hicksonball. He knew the rules. Gotta say, the one man who's gonna be the most upset about it all is your 5 of Bryce Reiner, who, with all things considered, again, if that had happened 1 lap earlier, even a couple of 100 feet earlier, because it happened for Hicksonball heading into turn number 1, that would have been his win. All conventional wisdom would say that would be his win. iRacing doesn't simulate the blown tire itself. Actually simulates a meatball flag being issued out when it thinks that you've worn your tires out too much. But either way, Hicksonball looks like he's been able to get the job done and score the victory here at Dover in the most bewildering of circumstances.
Ron did a fantastic job there at the end of explaining how this all went down. And I just want to say, again, my apologies for the way that end of that race was called. I've made mistakes in my life. This is probably going to be top of the boards for broadcasting side of things. Learned a new thing about iRacing. I mean, another part of me is like screaming, we should simulate these blown tires. Like, it shouldn't, you shouldn't be able to drive 4 laps on a blown tire at speed and hold on to position. That shouldn't be possible. But in this race, it was. And, not to try and cover up my error, because it was an error, but I still think that iRacing, if they want to focus on being the most realistic simulator out there, they got to find a way to make blown tires actually happen, where if it does blow, your handling is killed. You can't drive the car anymore. Like, it will not go above a certain speed or something will happen. There's got to be a way to make that simulated. And whatever that is, I'm sure they can work out, but at the end of the day, Hicksonball the winner. Phenomenal strategy. Got extremely lucky. Ron explained it really well. And again, if you want to see how badly I screwed that up, you're more than welcome to check out the full race, which are still uploaded on Maconey Entertainment. And I'd like to give another shout out again, Bryson Hixenball. Fantastic job getting that done. It was a brilliant idea. And by him and his teammate, Adam Benefield, both had brilliant strategies, knowing the system, working it to a T. Benefield coming just a few hundred yards short. And also, I want to give a kind of a lucky credit to Noah Woods. Third place finisher Noah Woods kind of was involved in that accident when the caution came out, so he had to come down and fix the damage. It was mentioned in the video he had to come down to fix his damage. But that also made him in the same strategy as Bryson and as Adam. And he was able to hang on to third place. He got passed by Reiner, but still hung on the third place. So amazing job from Noah Woods to be able to get that luck on his side as well. At the end of the day, crazy race, really embarrassing finish from my part, but really smart on the parts of Bryson Hixenball and Adam Benefield. Give them all the credit. And hopefully iRacing one day will make it so that isn't a possibility where we don't have blown tires operating for 5 laps at speed. No challenge. So I don't know. It just seems a little off. But again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on Maconey Entertainment.